Marriage is more than just companionship. It is a sacred bond that completes half of your deen and brings countless blessings into your life. It is a means of spiritual, emotional, and personal growth, an opportunity to build a home filled with love, mercy, and tranquility. Through marriage, you gain a partner who supports you in your faith, helps you navigate life's challenges, and strengthens your connection with Allah. It is not just about finding someone to live with, but finding someone to grow with. Someone who pushes you toward righteousness and brings barakah into your journey. Many people wonder, when will I get married? How do I know if I'm ready? Or what if I never find the right person? The truth is, marriage is not just about finding someone, it is about becoming the right person. Sometimes, Allah gives us signs that He is preparing us for this blessing, but we may not recognize them. In today's video, we will discuss clear signs that Allah is preparing you for marriage. Some of these signs may already be present in your life, and you might not even realize it. So stay tuned until the end, because this might be the confirmation you need. Inshallah. Sign 1. You feel contentment with Qadr, divine decree. A key sign that Allah is preparing you for marriage is when you develop true contentment with His divine decree. You stop feeling anxious or desperate about when or how you will get married, and instead trust that Allah's timing is always perfect. You begin to understand that everything happens according to His wisdom, and you embrace patience rather than rushing into relationships that may not be right for you. Instead of constantly worrying about when marriage will happen, you focus on becoming the best version of yourself. You realize that marriage is not just about finding a partner, but about being spiritually, emotionally, and mentally ready for the responsibility that comes with it. You stop comparing yourself to others who may already be married, and instead remind yourself that Allah's plan for you is unique and designed for your ultimate benefit. This newfound sense of peace comes from strengthening your relationship with Allah. You make dua with sincerity, but also accept that whatever happens is what is best for you. You trust that if something is meant for you, it will never miss you, and if it is not meant for you, no matter how much you chase it, it will never be yours. This level of reliance on Allah, known as tawakkul, is a sign of spiritual maturity and readiness for marriage. When you reach this stage, you no longer seek marriage out of fear of being alone or societal pressure. Instead, you seek it as a means of completing your faith, building a righteous home, and strengthening your connection with Allah. This contentment with Qadr allows you to approach marriage with a clear heart and a patient mind, ready to embrace whatever Allah has planned for you. Sign 2. You have clarity in your expectations. Another important sign that Allah is preparing you for marriage is when you develop clarity about what you truly want in a spouse. In the past, you may have had unrealistic or superficial expectations, focusing mainly on looks, status, or wealth. But as you grow in maturity and wisdom, your perspective shifts. You begin to prioritize character, deen, and compatibility over temporary attractions. You understand that no one is perfect, including yourself. So instead of seeking perfection, you focus on finding someone who aligns with your values, supports your spiritual growth, and is willing to work through challenges with patience and understanding. You recognize that marriage is not just about emotional highs, but about a long-term commitment to building a life together with sincerity and faith. This clarity also means you become more realistic about what makes a marriage successful. You stop focusing on idealized portrayals of relationships and instead seek a partner who embodies qualities like kindness, emotional stability, responsibility, and a strong connection with Allah. You ask yourself, can I build a future with this person? Rather than just, do they make me feel excited in the moment? At the same time, you also become aware of red flags and non-negotiable values. You no longer entertain relationships that go against your Islamic principles, and you are firm in your decision to choose a spouse who will contribute to a marriage based on love, mercy, and mutual respect. If you find yourself gaining this level of clarity and wisdom in your approach to marriage, it is a strong sign that Allah is preparing you for this beautiful journey. Sign 3. You feel a deep desire to build a family in a halal way. One of the most powerful signs that Allah is preparing you for marriage is when you develop a deep, sincere desire to build a family in a way that pleases Him. This is not just about wanting companionship or avoiding loneliness. It is about having a strong inner calling to create a home built on love, faith, and mutual support. As you grow spiritually and emotionally, you begin to see marriage as more than just a personal milestone. You start thinking about the bigger picture: raising righteous children, creating a household where Islamic values are practiced daily, and having a spouse who will be your partner in this journey of faith. You long for a relationship that brings you closer to Allah, rather than one that is based on temporary attractions or worldly desires. This desire is also marked by a shift in your perspective on relationships. You no longer see marriage as just a romantic partnership, but as a means of fulfilling a greater purpose. You start reflecting on the Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, teachings about marriage and how it serves as a path to completing half of your deen. You may even find yourself drawn to learning more about the rights and responsibilities of spouses in Islam, preparing yourself mentally and emotionally for this new phase of life. Additionally, this longing for a halal relationship makes you more cautious about engaging in anything that displeases Allah. If in the past you were more lenient about casual interactions or fleeting emotions, you now find yourself striving to protect your heart and intentions. You understand the value of purity and the importance of entering marriage with sincerity and the right intentions. This newfound desire does not come from societal pressure or external expectations, but from within. It is a heartfelt readiness to embrace the responsibilities of marriage. You recognize that love in Islam is not about chasing emotions, but about building something meaningful with patience, mercy, and devotion to Allah. If you find yourself thinking deeply about these things, it is a clear sign that Allah is preparing you for the blessing of marriage. Sign 4. You are actively working on self-improvement. A strong sign that Allah is preparing you for marriage is when you become deeply committed to self-improvement. Instead of simply waiting for the right person to come into your life, you start focusing on becoming the best version of yourself, emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. You realize that a successful marriage is not just about finding the ideal spouse, but also about being the kind of person who can contribute to a healthy, loving relationship. This self-improvement manifests in different ways. Spiritually, you become more dedicated to your relationship with Allah. You work on strengthening your salah, increasing your knowledge of Islam, and improving your character. You understand that a righteous spouse is a blessing from Allah, and to attract such a person, you need to work on your own righteousness as well. You might find yourself making dua more sincerely, seeking forgiveness for past mistakes, and asking Allah to guide you toward the best version of yourself. Emotionally, you begin to develop qualities that are essential for a strong marriage: patience, kindness, emotional intelligence, and the ability to communicate effectively. You learn how to manage conflicts in a healthy way, control your anger, and express your thoughts with wisdom. You understand that marriage is not about perfection, but about growth, and you actively strive to develop the qualities that will help you navigate a lifelong partnership. You also start working on your responsibilities in a practical sense. Whether it is improving your financial management, taking care of your health, or learning important life skills like cooking, organization, and time management, you become more intentional about preparing yourself for the role of a spouse. You no longer see marriage as just a dream, but as a responsibility that requires effort and preparation. Most importantly, you stop waiting for marriage to complete you and start focusing on becoming whole within yourself. You recognize that while marriage is a beautiful part of life, your happiness and fulfillment should not depend entirely on another person. Instead, you work on building a strong foundation of faith, self-confidence, and personal growth. If you find yourself on this path of self-improvement, it is a strong sign that Allah is molding you into the person who is ready for marriage. This period of preparation is a blessing, and the more effort you put into becoming the best version of yourself, the more likely you are to enter marriage with the wisdom and maturity needed to make it successful. Before we continue, if you're finding value in this video, I have a request from you. Please take a moment to subscribe to the Inspired Muslim channel and like the video. By doing so, you're not just helping us grow, you're supporting the spread of Islamic knowledge, motivation, and spiritual enlightenment to countless others. Together, we can inspire more people to strengthen their faith, their mindset, and their connection to Allah. If you wish to support us and have exclusive access to our content, you may consider joining the membership of our channel. So hit that join and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to join us on this journey of growth and self-discovery. Now, let's continue. Sign 5. Your sense of maturity and responsibility increase. One of the clearest signs that Allah is preparing you for marriage is a noticeable increase in your sense of maturity and responsibility. Marriage is not just about love and companionship. It is a lifelong commitment that requires patience, understanding, and selflessness. When Allah is preparing you for this stage, you begin to see changes in the way you think, behave, and handle responsibilities. You may notice that you no longer see relationships in a superficial way. Instead of focusing only on romance or attraction, you start to understand the deeper meaning of marriage, building a strong foundation based on faith, trust, and mutual respect. You begin to appreciate the role of a spouse as a partner in both this life and the hereafter, someone who will stand by you in times of ease and hardship. Another sign of maturity is that you become more responsible in different aspects of your life. You start making better financial decisions, planning for the future, and developing the skills needed to support a family. Whether it is managing your time better, improving your communication skills, or becoming more disciplined in your daily routine, these small changes show that you are growing into the kind of person who can handle the responsibilities of marriage. Most importantly, you begin to shift your mindset from focusing only on personal desires to thinking about how you can contribute to a healthy, balanced relationship. You start asking yourself, am I ready to be a good spouse? Instead of just thinking about what you want in a partner. This shift in perspective is a sign that Allah is molding you into someone who is prepared for the beautiful journey of marriage. Sign 6. You feel ready emotionally and spiritually. Another strong sign that Allah is preparing you for marriage is a deep sense of emotional and spiritual readiness. Marriage is not just about finding the right person. It is about being the right person. As you grow closer to this stage of life, you begin to feel a sense of inner peace and emotional stability that allows you to handle relationships with wisdom and patience. Spiritually, you find yourself turning to Allah more often for guidance. You make sincere dua, asking Him to bless you with a righteous spouse who will help you strengthen your faith. Your prayers become more focused on seeking what is good for your deen and dunya, rather than just what you desire in the moment. You may also develop a stronger connection to Islamic teachings about marriage, studying the rights and responsibilities of spouses, and learning how to create a marriage that is pleasing to Allah. Emotionally, you notice that you are more patient, understanding, and self-aware. You no longer let small inconveniences upset you easily, and you have learned how to manage your emotions in a healthy way. Instead of reacting impulsively, you take time to reflect and respond wisely. This emotional maturity is crucial in marriage, where challenges will arise, and the ability to remain calm and understanding will determine the strength of your relationship. You also begin to appreciate the importance of compromise and teamwork. Marriage is not about winning arguments or proving a point. It is about growing together, supporting each other, and facing life's ups and downs as a team. If you find yourself embracing this mindset and feeling ready to share your life with someone in a way that aligns with Islamic values, then this may be a clear sign that Allah is preparing you for marriage. Sign 7. Opportunities for marriage start appearing. Another clear sign that Allah is preparing you for marriage is when opportunities for marriage start appearing in your life, often in unexpected ways. This does not necessarily mean that you will immediately find the right person, but you will notice that more discussions about marriage start happening around you, and people may even introduce you to potential spouses. Sometimes family members, friends, or mentors may start suggesting marriage to you. either by bringing up the topic or recommending someone they believe is a good match. If you previously dismissed such conversations or felt uninterested, you may now find yourself genuinely considering them with a more open mind. This shift in perspective is a sign that your heart and mind are aligning with the idea of marriage as a real possibility. In other cases, you may start receiving serious proposals from righteous and compatible individuals. These may come through family, friends, or even in unexpected ways where you cross paths with someone who shares your values and life goals. When Allah is preparing you, He often creates circumstances that bring you closer to the right person, even if you are not actively looking. However, not every opportunity that comes your way will be the right one, and this is where wisdom and patience are required. You may face situations where a proposal seems good on the surface, but does not align with your values or long-term vision. Allah may test you with choices, helping you refine your understanding of what truly matters in a spouse. This is a reminder to seek guidance through istikhara, prayer for guidance, and trust that whatever is meant for you will come at the right time. When you see these opportunities arising, it is important to approach them with a balance of faith and effort. While Allah opens doors, it is also our responsibility to step forward with wisdom and sincerity. If you find yourself in this stage where potential matches are appearing and you feel ready to explore them with an open heart, it may be a sign that Allah is guiding you toward the next phase of your life. Sign 8. You feel at peace with the idea of marriage. One of the most reassuring signs that Allah is preparing you for marriage is when you feel a deep sense of peace about the idea of getting married. In the past, you might have felt anxious, uncertain, or even fearful about marriage, whether due to personal experiences, societal pressure, or concerns about making the wrong choice. But now, you notice that your heart and mind are more at ease. This peace does not mean you have no questions or concerns, but rather that you trust in Allah's plan. You no longer see marriage as something overwhelming or distant. Instead, you view it as a natural step in your journey. You understand that no marriage is perfect, but with the right intentions, effort, and trust in Allah, it can be a source of immense blessing and personal growth. You may also find that you are no longer overly stressed about when or how you will meet the right person. Instead of feeling pressured by external expectations, you focus on preparing yourself and trusting that Allah will bring the right person into your life at the best time. This sense of calm comes from knowing that marriage is part of Allah's divine plan for you, and He knows exactly what is best for you. This inner peace also helps you make decisions with clarity. When considering a potential spouse, you feel more confident in assessing compatibility and making choices based on faith and wisdom, rather than fear or impatience. You find yourself approaching the idea of marriage with optimism, knowing that with sincerity and reliance on Allah, you will be guided to what is best. If you feel this sense of calm and trust in Allah's timing, it is a powerful sign that He is preparing you for marriage in the best way. This peace is a gift, allowing you to enter marriage with the right mindset and a heart that is ready for the journey ahead. Conclusion. Marriage is a beautiful and sacred journey, one that completes half of our faith and brings countless blessings when done with the right intentions. If you recognize these signs in your life, know that Allah is preparing you in the best way for this incredible responsibility. He is shaping you into the kind of person who can build a marriage based on love, mercy, and faith. But remember, preparation is just as important as the marriage itself. Use this time to strengthen your relationship with Allah, develop emotional maturity, and gain clarity about what truly matters in a spouse. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these signs in your own life? Which one resonated with you the most? Or do you have any personal experiences that showed you Allah was guiding you toward marriage? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your journey could inspire someone else who is on the same path. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content for you. And if you want more videos like this, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Before we go, let's make this dua together. O Allah, Guide us toward what is best for our faith and our lives. Grant us righteous spouses who will be a source of tranquility and help us grow closer to you. Fill our homes with love, patience, and understanding. And for those still waiting, bless them with the best partner at the best time, according to your perfect wisdom. Ameen. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.